Hi, guys. We are back with Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. We just finished this book, so we are going to talk about all of it. Chapter 34 to the end specifically is what we finished for this chunk, but everything is fair game. So if you have not finished this book and you don't want to be spoiled, this is not the place for you. Unless you do want to be spoiled, then welcome. Enchantra, the second book in, I'm forgetting what the series is called. Do you guys remember?
Something games, deadly games,
Deadly Games. So
Wicked
yes,
Games.
wicked games.
Wicked Games. I think yes, the second book in Kaylee Smith's
Yeah.
series. I think overall, and I'll just start off with a testing of the waters. Did we all prefer Phantasma to Enchantra? Are we feeling that way about this sequel? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
across the board. But I will say that I still liked it. There were parts of it that I still enjoyed quite a bit. Does anyone want to jump in with like a favorite part from the end? Elena's got nothing. Jamie, I'm not going to put you on the spot. You think about it.
Wait.
Oh, no, no,
Like
no.
in
Okay,
this
go.
section that we just read, or like the entire series?
Feel free if there wasn't something that you want to call out in this section to talk about something you really liked from before.
You know, oh, sorry, Elena, go.
I thought of one.
Okay.
Any Umbra moment. Umbra
Yes.
was the
Yes, I was.
only and best character in this book. Well, Ellen was good too, but mostly Umbra.
Yeah, no, hands down, anytime Umber was on the screen, done. It was a good scene. Yeah. I did also really like Ellen. Like, I'm glad that you mentioned Ellen. I think that something that I liked and made me cringe in a good way in this section was like how vicious it got. Like, I think as the book continued, I really realized like how awful this whole premise was because at the beginning you're like, "Oh yeah, this sucks." Like they are in a yearly hunt, they have to kill each other, they go to hell if they don't win. But like watching siblings that you've seen like joke around at a birthday party and like genuinely like each other, like murder the shit out of each other was like really hard to watch. Like Ellen got her neck snapped, came back to life, and then murdered someone. I was like, what? What am I reading? But like I thought it was good. Like I thought it felt very like no holds barred.
That being said, I also liked when Ellen was just like, okay, just kill me. Just peace out. I'm out of here. And Knox was like, excuse me, what?
Dead, dead, dead. Yeah. No, it was so good. Yeah, Ellen was great. I love
Although
that she used that against them. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was kind of disappointed because I feel like we really got hyped up on like, oh, Rowan's the best at this game. Rowan's so great. And like so I feel like I was kind of waiting for the like their turn in hide and seek, and then we never got a their turn at hide and seek moment.
That's true. That was a punch that got pulled for sure because that was something that I was anxious about.
Mhm.
And you're now reminding me that I never had to go through watching them like hunt the
Yeah.
siblings. Yeah. Any other like favorite scene from this part?
I know this is morbid, but like the birthday dinner. I don't know why, but I think it's because like we got to see them like interact with each other, the siblings,
Mhm.
even though and it was like their goal was to like stab their father over this because the curse was all his fault.
That was definitely one of my favorite scenes in the whole book too. Like that it was just so unique and like very just like very
Like
visual
they
and
were like
definitely stuck with
yeah,
me.
they were laughing with each other and even though it was like again morbid at the same time, but it was entertaining.
Yeah. I also really liked the mirror scene. I really liked the enchanted rooms. Like I thought that was a really cool premise in this story and I really liked the like creepy aspect of the mirrors and I enjoyed like the monster that tried to get Genevieve and then her going into the mirror and like losing time. And I also really liked how that scene wrapped up with Rowan waiting for her and he like wouldn't leave, which I thought was adorable.
I did think
I
it was
thought
wild that it took 4 hours in the movie, though, for, like, what was 2 pages of content, then to be like, "Surprise, the round's over." You'll hear me say this a lot, it felt a little bit coincidental.
Elena, go off. Like, get it out, get it out of your system. We're gonna agree with you, at least in part. How did you feel about the ending?
Which part of it? I feel like
You
8 things
just pick a
happened
part.
in 10 pages.
Yep, pick a part, any part.
Um, I don't know which part. I'm overwhelmed by all the parts.
All right, let's go for the like the big twist before like the ending. So we had this like huge reveal of the plan, which I know we've talked about in both of the last episodes about like what does Rowan have cooking in the background, and something that I was absolutely floored by was the answer was nothing. He had absolutely nothing cooking. Like he had actually only just been looking for the cure, and Genevieve fell into his lap, literally and figuratively, and he was going to figure out how to get out of the hunt with her. No other plan going on. And somehow Genevieve is the one that comes up with the plan, but we don't see that happen until the plan happens. And I'm talking about the part that I don't like because I personally thought the plan was really cool. I just wish that we had seen more of it unfold. It's like seeing Genevieve be like, let's go talk over here, or like throw the blanket over the mirror so I can like whisper. But I felt really blindsided by the fact that Genevieve had a huge part in the plan and we didn't see any of it unfold.
Do you think that part of it was unbelievable because Genevieve is mildly bad at everything throughout most of the book?
I will say I will defend Genevieve most with almost entire sincerity in what I'm going to say. This is not full
Almost
defending.
entire?
Almost entire sincerity here because I do agree with you in part. Like I did feel like it was a little more than I would have expected from her, but I feel like if we had seen it unfold, it would have felt less shocking. And I do genuinely think that she made progress in like being an independent person who could rely on herself throughout this book. Like knocking a bookshelf over on people, like we have to take everything that we learn about her involvement in the plan, like seeing the locket and noticing like what it was and what it could be used for, because she was obsessed with the locket because it was around the dad's neck, so I believe that she knew. But yeah, I think that she kind of got there.
Girlie once again fell asleep outside by herself in the middle of a hunt after not learning that was a bad plan the first time.
Yeah, there was like some Order of the Phoenix level teenage angst in this book that I wasn't a huge fan of, and I don't know if it's because I'm firmly out of my teen angst part of life, or if it was that I feel like Genevieve should have been a little older uh in her maturity. But yeah, that was entirely unbelievable. I was like, we already made this mistake. Stop.
she has her moments,
She
like
does.
when she went to save Umbra, which was also one of my favorite moments.
Yeah,
Her
fighting
just getting
fighting off
eaten
the giant
alive by
monster.
piranhas,
Yeah,
you
she
know.
does a lot of cool stuff, and that's why I think like it's not entirely out of left field that she could have come up with this plan and then like helped enact it.
I don't think it's entirely out of left field. I do think it was very sudden. Also, the way it was explained with her being like, "Oh, I had an idea while I was half asleep and whispered it." Who knows where that'll go?
And like we find out that they have more conversations after that. It's just if that was supposed to be our one clue that she was coming up with this whole plan, like it didn't land for me. Like there needed to be a little more to to tell me that she was cooking something. Um, but I did really like the plan. Like I thought it was cool. Yeah, no, go ahead, Elena.
I will say that was another. after saying I had no favorite moments, another favorite moment is, like, the one line where Brave and Rowan bring her dead body back to Salem, and they're like, "We had to convince him so hard not to murder us."
Yeah, I need to just jump right into that because seeing Salem and Ophelia again, especially like Salem, because I feel like he was more central in
Yeah,
this and Ophelia was kind of like satellite. Like getting
yeah.
their characters again was so refreshing. It was so nice. Like I felt like I was seeing best friends again. It was great.
Mhm.
I also feel like we got hints that there's going to be more of them in the next book, which I was happy to hear. Like, we're bringing Salem's dad back in, the King of the Devils. It seems like they're going to be pulled back into the storyline as we continue to find a cure for mom, which seems like the big thing that is not tied up from this book.
Yeah, that felt like a flaw in the plan because, like, the whole reason they've been doing this for all their years is to keep their mom alive, and their master plan has their mom dying in a year if they don't find a cure that Rowan hasn't been able to cure while searching nonstop for 15 years.
Yeah, to be fair, I think it was mentioned a couple times that it was like all dad's idea to do this whole bargain thing to keep mom alive. And I'm not saying that like the siblings haven't said that they like would like mom to not die. Even Elena, you mentioned that Grave is, very he very much wants her to not die. But I think that they probably realized that this was their opportunity to get out of the hunt, which was not going anywhere. Jamie, did you have a did you have a comment?
So I know like the ending left some things unanswered. For example, where is the dad? Is he still stuck in there?
He's gotta be because he's Knox's familiar, right? So, like, not only were they like, "Oh, mom might die in a year," they were like, "Okay, peace, dad. Like, probably
I
not
love
gonna end good for you.
that. Bye, dad.
Bye."
Yeah, the dad hate doesn't make sense to me, but I mean, like, it does follow that part of their birthday tradition is literally all of them taking turns stabbing him in the back, and then they're just like, we don't really care where he's at, and like, we'll find him if we can, but not top priority.
I was expecting more like kind of like juicy parent drama, like with the
Mm,
dad and Ophelia's mom.
yeah,
We never
exactly.
got resolution on that.
And that doesn't mean it's not coming. Like, now that we know that there is at least one other book, we have to give space for maybe it's coming down the line. But yeah, I was also disappointed that there wasn't more with them.
I feel like it's kind of confusing to me, just the structure of the books, because like, originally it seemed like your typical, like, standalone format, like, where it's one romance book and, like, they're connected because you know the characters, but the plots aren't connected. But now it very much seems like the plots are going to be connected,
Yeah.
which I don't
Yeah, I don't
love.
know. It'll be interesting to see how it gets woven in book 3. Um as far as book 3 goes, do you guys have any theories on who it's going to be about?
Lucy,
I have
it
a
seems like they're
feeling,
setting it up.
yeah, because I thought it was weird. Like, I honestly don't remember like what her story was, just that she was from Phantasma and she was part of the games. I know.
Lucy,
She fell in love with that guy and then she got cursed. I don't remember what her curse is though.
I don't either.
wasn't it the touching? The
What's the touching? Every
when they
time they
touched
touch?
each other, there was like extreme pain or something. Like,
It might be. But also that seems to
Oh,
be
then
a
he's
way
not it
less bad
then.
curse than whatever happened to their mom and their dad. Like, "Oh, you just can't touch this guy anymore."
yeah, I mean, it's a pain in the butt if you love someone and then you're like, oh no, this will never be the
Yeah,
same.
but they
But
didn't really love each other. Like, it was I'd like to reiterate, it was over a week. That's my problem with all of these books.
I do hear you and I agree that it was over a week, but I will say that if the same thing had happened to Ophelia and Salem, I would have been so upset. So, if we had been reading the book about Lucy and what's his face, like we would probably have been really upset.
I don't even like Ophelia and Salem, I was like, "It's been a week." Like, I did buy like, I bought into it more, but, like, that was my thing with the end of this book is, um, Genevieve forgets her memories, and then it's a big deal that she forgot her memories of a week, like, couldn't they just, like, fall in like, I almost wish the book had ended where they had, like, fell in love again, like, I would have loved the, like, him introducing himself to her, like, an ending on, like, him being like, "Hi, I'm Rowan," and her, like, just having the, "Oh, he seems familiar," and then, like, maybe there could be, like, a bonus chapter, like, where they've fallen back in love.
I would have also loved that ending. I will say I didn't hate the ending as much as I think you did.
I did not enjoy the
Um,
ending.
I know.
I felt like the ending saved it for me,
Mm,
to be honest, because I was struggling. I think I mentioned this. I was struggling to get through this book. And then like the whole thing about like it's like a different type of longing and yearning when one person loses their memories and the other person is longing for them. Like, I don't know, I love that. So I liked that part of the ending.
yeah, I feel similarly where I think for me it was like the amazing amount of sacrifice that Rowan went through just to
Hmm.
give her back the memories of like the foundation of their relationship to me was really cute. Um, and the ring scene was adorable. Oh,
I
Evelyn, did
love the
you have a
ring
visual for
scene.
us?
The ring scene was really cute. Oh, I was just checking, like, when she forgot her memories to when her memories are, reintroduced. It's 25 pages. Is oh no memory like it's just not enough for me to like have a full cycle. Like the impact of losing your memories just wasn't there. It just felt convenient when you're like, oh, forgot my memories. Here's a workaround for you to remember your memories.
Mhm.
It
Because it
did
also
say like 3 months, wasn't
It
it?
was I think yeah, it was like 2 months.
2 or
but I
three
think
months from, yeah.
But I think that's part of the, like, the off-screen plan, like, the just 2 months off screen, like, you're not feeling that time, and, like, in book time, it's literally 10 or 15 pages. And also, like,
Right.
him giving up his immortality, it's not something they really focused on in the rest of the book that he was immortal and she wasn't, like, if that was gonna be the big thing at the end, like, I almost wish they had focused more on, like, "Oh, I'm immortal," like I guess they did a little bit because but it was more from, like, the lens of she was mortal so she could die in the game, not, like, after the game, what the 2 of them are gonna do.
Yeah. And I think you touched on my biggest problem with their relationship is like I really did like the end and I feel similarly to you, Jamie, in that like the end sort of made their relationship for me, but
That's
that
crazy.
that's a problem. I'm reading the cute scenes and I'm really enjoying it. Like the letters are cute, the memories are cute, love it, love it. But then like finishing the book and taking a minute and being like, okay, but in the grand scheme of things, I didn't feel super connected to them until that. And it was like there really wasn't that like basis to make it really make sense at the end, like why it was so devastating. Like there was no moment where I really felt devastated for them and what they were going through. It was just like, oh, this is cute, but yeah, their relationship felt like it was sort of thrown together for me.
Interesting. For me, it took me a while to like Genevieve. To be honest, I don't
So,
even know if I really like her
I
by
was
the
gonna say, did
end.
you get there eventually? Please tell me which part convinced you to like her.
But it's just that I mean I do like Rowan and I feel
Mhm.
like the both of them makes sense because he tolerates her. He accepts her for who she is. And in that I respect that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think in my like hopeless romantic brain, I think I wanted like another scene closer to the beginning that really showed why he tolerates her. I think that was like the missing piece for me is and I get like
Like he
sometimes
just
you just
does.
click.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And like I don't question that. Like it doesn't need to be like a big thing or like I've got the missing piece for you and you've got the missing piece for me, but even just like a scene with one of his siblings or something, I don't know, where he says like I don't get it. It's like it's her light, it's how bubbly she is, it's that she keeps me guessing. Like if he could just explain it to me, I think
Oh,
that
but
would have made it
he does
better.
mention something about her light. Like she's
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember highlighting it. I remember him mentioning her light specifically.
The bracelet was really cute. The like what was the I wrote it down. The light is wherever you are. And he
Yes,
mentions
there
like,
it is. Yeah.
oh, you can't see shadows without light, and like what's gonna happen if you leave? Who's gonna see me? And then like I get that that was what we were going for, but like that was almost at the end of the book. Elena, go.
So his whole thing was about how she saw him. Can someone explain Rowan's personality to me other than like grumpy? Like grumpy and quiet. Like other than that, like in my head, he was just like a cardboard figure of a man. Like there just wasn't a lot of deeper personality to him for me. Like you were saying, like you couldn't understand why he liked Genevieve. I couldn't understand his motivations for literally anything.
Hmm. Jamie, I feel like this is something you're gonna have to take.
Oh no.
Flesh out the
Oh
beautiful
God.
shadow daddy cardboard cutout that is Rowan.
Okay. Lena's not wrong.
No,
Thank
she's not.
you.
She's not wrong. I do feel like he is kind of like a cardboard cutout of like the typical shadow daddy personality who's
He's
like grumpy, hates everyone but her. I think, but there's also part of him that is like doing all this for his siblings and his family, essentially. And
is
like
he
that I
though?
like.
'Cause,
He
like,
said
then
he
he
is.
doesn't go and visit his mom. Like, he never goes and visits his mom, and then he randomly visits his mom, and we, like, don't get an explanation for, like they're like, "Oh, he just feels more comfortable because 'cause you're here," and it's like, "But why? Like, where is like, make the dots connect. Like, you're telling me it's different because she's here, but I'm not seeing it."
Yeah. And I think this is like this encapsulates how I feel is I think like this book was really fun. I really enjoyed like I thought the premise was cool. I thought like the setting was really neat, like with the cool rooms, and I really liked Knox. Like I thought he was a really interesting villain. I think that it was a fun ride, but it wasn't a lot deeper than surface level. Like it was all the scenes that we really liked to read and I had a fun time reading it, but I don't think it'll like stick with me like it would have if the characters were like really multi-layered. Also, I just think we came into this book really not liking Genevieve and it never really stopped.
Yeah,
Her
unfortunately.
personality didn't change, like and I agree there could have been something cute there with, like, him loving her despite her flaws, like, it was right there, but, like, it just never got to the point of, like, what impact she
Uh,
was having on his life. Because like, what was his life? Like, we didn't get a good visual into it. Also, I was really disappointed because I think, Brooke, you had, like, posed, like, "Oh, maybe, like, they're 2 truths and a lie, like, he's been lying, like, the lie's been different every time." I was like, "Oh, really?"
so what's the verdict on that?
Cue Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. I went too deep again, guys. I'm sorry. It seemed like something really cool was happening and it wasn't. I was wrong.
No, it was just leading up for their, like, final game.
Which I did like that. Like I thought that was a cool trope that they carried through.
Mhm.
That felt really cool to me. And I'm excited to see where it goes. Like not everybody has to chime in on this if you don't want to. I do think I'm going to read the third book. I'll see like how I feel when it comes out, but I think that I I really really liked Phantasma. I think I could say I loved Phantasma. Like I thought that was a great book, and I'm wondering if the hardest thing for me personally in Enchantra was Genevieve. So I'm wondering if I get to book 3, it might be better if it's different characters.
I don't think it
I don't
was just Genevieve.
know
No, no,
because
I
in
mean,
this, it was also the games. The hunt honestly was kind of boring. With Phantasma, it was a different game each time. You didn't know what to expect, what the structure of those games were. And it was also, I felt like more deadlier.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Enchantra was just like different versions of hide and seek, but you're still hiding in a room for like
Mhm.
what, however long those games
Yeah.
took. It was repetitive and it was kind of boring to me.
And I think we've discussed in the past, but like one book with like, oh, here's a bunch of games, like not bad. But then if you have a sequel and it's like, look, more games, like don't love.
Yeah, it did seem very convenient to keep using that word. That it was like, really? Like it did feel like it was the same exact book, just with like a slightly different twist and slightly different characters.
I did like the characters in this one.
Yes.
Like the
I didn't.
siblings really
Yeah,
brought it.
the moments with the siblings were the best moments.
Yeah.
It's like all of the like one-on-one scenes with just the two of them. I was like, I don't see the connection. Like, I don't.
Didn't care.
Literally, like I was full skimming, and maybe like my dislike of it was because like maybe I didn't see it because I was skimming at that point. But
I think that it's I like because I can see this in myself, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it would be fair to say that I can get obsessed over a good couple
mhm,
very easily. Like it doesn't take a ton. Like you give me like some good personalities, they jive. I didn't feel that with these guys. Like there really wasn't any point where I was like ride or die for them. I was kind of like
Yeah.
honestly,
I didn't
if
either.
Genevieve had died, I probably wouldn't have like I would have been sad
She
in
did
like
that.
a you read about like someone's like girlfriend dying and you're like that's really sad. Obviously that's a tragedy, but you can't like internalize it other than like applying it to your own life. That's how I would
mhm.
have felt with these guys. They never really connected with me.
The most
Yeah.
exciting part of this final section was seeing Salem again and like watching his interactions, which is not how a book not about that character anymore should go. By the end, like for everything that happened in the last like 30 pages, the most exciting part shouldn't be seeing the character from the last book.
Agreed.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, all in favor of book 3 being Genevieve and Rowan go on like a much deserved like honeymoon slash like curse research trip. And then Salem and Ophelia help like Seven, Grave, and Lucy figure out what the cure is. And then
Yeah,
they surprise Genevieve and Rowan when they get back.
sounds great.
How does Sinclair fit into that, you think? Because
That
he
was
was
so
definitely dropped at the end. Yeah.
that was crazy. I forgot about that.
Do you think he'll be like maybe like villain turned ally or villain throughout? Because like from what I remember from Phantasma, he was like wasn't he like best friends with
Yes.
Salem? Like loyal.
Mhm.
But if we take his words at face value, which are like, tell Sam I'm coming for him, that sounds fairly bad, but could also go the other way. And I think that Sinclair could have a redemption arc. Even though I still can't get that weird hallway scene with him and Ophelia out of my brain. Like it sneaks up on me.
Forgot about that.
You forgot about it?
Honestly, we missed that in this book. Why didn't Genevieve randomly make out with Oh wait, didn't she make out with Remy?
Oh my gosh, you
Did
did.
they actually? No. No, he stopped
I know, I
himself.
thought he did.
I thought I don't maybe they didn't. It was
I don't think
close.
so.
She was
Because
like, wasn't she like trying to
yes, she was
at
trying to like keep
least?
it going so she could figure out how to like get away from him. But they did the whole like oh yeah, well come on over, like you go get comfortable, like in the bedroom, like in the bathroom, and then come join me out here. And he's like, no, really, let's just stay in here. And she's like, ooh, no, no, thank you. Um, but yeah, that's very different than like definitely hooking up with another devil in the hallway. Anyway, that scene haunts me constantly. Sorry I brought it back up. Um, but I think that Sinclair to me could be redeemed and could be cool. And I know something that we talked about, I think before the episode, was that it's not clear if the book may follow Seven or if the book may follow Grave, and that they would both be cool. I personally, like, if it's got to follow one of them, I would want it to be Seven because I really like him. But I think like the Grave Lucy thing could be cute. And what if it is like
Hmm.
a dual relationship book where we get Grave and Lucy and Seven and Sinclair?
Interesting. For a second, I thought you were pitching Lucy Grave and Seven, and I was like, this is so out of character for
I'm
you.
thinking that too, Elena. Where's
I
the
am
three of them?
I am firmly in my why choose era, that I will never leave, but I would never suggest that two brothers be in a why choose relationship. That's a little too out of pocket.
Jamie, have
I
you
have.
read?
Yeah, I have. That's why I was
No.
making the faces.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
I've read at least, I think, two of them.
Oh,
I think. No,
That's
I
crazy.
think.
okay. I
Yeah,
realize
at
that
least
my
two. But
reaction right now is how I felt about why chooses in general. So I guess like I can't say no until I try it, but I that's gonna be a barrier to entry for me right now.
don't knock it till you try it.
Right, right. Like, okay, I will. Like, sure. Don't tell me that I'm reading it before I start reading it, because it will. That's the only way that it'll work. But, um, I am not pro Seven and Grave being in a relationship with Lucy. I feel
Wait,
like that's too weird.
if you're pro why choose now, does that mean in the book you're currently reading, if the dead character and my favorite character both date the same girl, you'll be okay with it?
No, we literally can't say anything. I honestly don't know if I can keep that.
Yeah, you can.
that girl, she don't seem the type, you know?
You know what? Moving on. That would be cool. I would like that.
Oh, so
I
you would
do.
like it?
No, I'm talking about Grave being with Lucy and Seven being with Sinclair. Because I feel like it would be boring if Sinclair was just like the villain. Like,
It would be.
I don't know. That seems blech. He's too hot for that. He's just not for Ophelia, in my
What do we
opinion.
think the game in book 3 is gonna be? Is it gonna be Hunger Games? Like the Maze Runner?
Ooh, a maze.
That's what I'm saying. What other games are there? Wizard's chess?
Ca- Card games.
I would say ask
Charades.
that there not be a game.
Deadly charades. If they figure out who you are, you die.
If you speak.
My goodness.
Oh my god, it's
It's just,
actually a book with no dialogue. You have to mime everything.
or it's Did you guys ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? Like
Yes.
the improv show. Oh, see, yet again, Jamie and I are outing ourselves about how much older we are than Elena. Um, Elena, this was a TV show. There was a time in the world where TV came out at a specific time of day. You couldn't just stream
I
it
do know this.
um, whenever you wanted. Okay, good. So,
Okay, good.
Whose Line Is It Anyway? It was an improv show that they would just play,
Hosted.
hosted
Hosted
by
by
Drew
Drew
Carey.
Carey.
If you know Drew Carey,
I
She's
thought
like, I
it
don't know who
was hosted
Drew
by that
Carey.
other guy that was on Dancing with the Stars.
this I'm gonna have to wrap up this tangent real fast, I promise. So one of the games they would play was only questions, and you could only speak in questions. And the minute
Hmm.
you like
Uh,
spoke a statement, you were out. What if it's that? What if it's like weird games where it's just like you immediately die? If like Squid Game style, you just get like you get
Ooh,
merged
Squid
if you're out.
Game.
Yeah,
It could be Squid Game.
could be.
Oh my
Yes.
god,
Mhm.
true. If you don't talk in questions, you could get yeeted.
Yeah. I was going to beg that there not be another game, but then I remembered that we remembered
This
that the
The
series
title is
is
called
this
Wicked Games.
theory is called.
games. Yeah. Okay.
Twister?
We,
What a high stakes game of Twister. That's even like higher stakes than usual, because usually Twister has some fairly high stakes.
I'm trying to think of other games.
maybe it's like a casino style book in the next one.
I will just
Russian
hope that we
roulette
get
and
more varied games, like more variety, please.
No, I like personally like the idea of death charades and no dialogue.
well, or maybe it's like a group style game where it's like escape rooms.
That could be cool.
Like they have
Like
to work
find the hidden
together.
key. Yeah, like they work
They're right.
together. Yeah.
Beach volleyball.
Instead of a volleyball, it's like a spiked ball. And if you touch it, you're dead.
I was gonna say that it sounded almost like Saw, but then I remembered that I haven't actually watched any of those movies, and I will not because I can't do torture porn.
Ugh, I got chills.
No,
It's not for me. I don't like sharp
I,
objects.
I saw it once. Never again.
I don't know if I've
No,
seen a horror movie.
ever.
I'm not a horror person.
I'm not a horror person.
It's almost October. We should watch one.
Growing up,
Mhm.
I got scared by the like animated Scooby Doo movies.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, and
Aw.
then also growing up, I got scared by the live action Scooby Doo movie.
Wow. I was the kid
It's
that
the
watched
CGI,
Afraid of the
wasn't it?
Dark all the time. And if I said the words "Are you afraid of the dark?" and you've never heard of that
I
show,
remember
again,
that.
outing how much older I am. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Did
If
you
you're
did
able to
you
watch
watch anything on
Or
Nickelodeon? Was that still around?
yeah,
even know
Nickelodeon was still
Nickelodeon,
around. It was like iCarly, Drake and Josh. Yeah.
Aw.
yeah, it's all the shows that
Um,
the kids that I babysat watched.
that's crazy.
Aw.
Um, no, there was this one like Disney movie where like there was a monster that hid under their bed, and I legitimately for years slept fully encased in my covers. I don't tell
Aw.
myself to sleep fully.
So me pitching a horror book is probably not going to happen for the podcast.
No, I can
Good.
do horror books. It's just I'm fine now. I just prefer not. But I could
Mm.
do a book.
If it was like a novella, like a short one,
Mhm.
maybe. Because I did do a novella type, like sci-fi horror book that I could
Yeah.
do. But I don't think I could do like a full length type of thing. Like I wanna end my torture as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Sure. Jacob and I did like a thriller horror book a while ago, and we were like going on a walk around our apartment complex at night. And he goes, "Oh, it's kind of like this scene in the book." And I literally was like, "Stop. I will go back inside."
We are going back inside. Um, I feel like we've gone on this tangent for long enough.
It's
Oops.
almost like there's nothing to discuss about this book because no comment.
Does anyone have a final thing they wanted to say about Enchantra or the next book at all?
I just hope that whatever game they play next isn't over the course of a week. It's just very hard for me to like. It's very love at first sight. Like,
Yeah.
Insta love.
yeah, it's too much of that for me.
I
I
think
feel
for
like
me,
I wouldn't be able to handle if I was like in a game. I don't think I can go longer than a week.
well, and I think that's like the catch 22, right? Is because I don't
Yeah.
know what game could be the premise that it could last like an amount of time that would feel long enough. But at the same time, I feel like you can do like a really quick romance and make it believable. But I felt like in Enchantress, she kept like skipping scenes with them and like summarizing what they'd done. And I was like, if you want, at least for me, if you want me to believe you're like 3 day, we're now in love with each other, like I need to see the shit you went through in those 72 hours for me to believe that you've built a foundation for me to be on board.
I'm gonna go off on another tangent, but I have
Please
to ask
do.
this.
Yeah.
How long is Love Island?
I think
I've
it's
never seen
longer.
Love Island.
I think it's like a month or 2 'cause
Really?
they put out an episode every day, don't they?
I don't know, I've never watched it. But isn't that
I
like
don't.
their type of game?
Yeah, but are
I
those
mean, no
people
one's dying, but like
I mean, I guess some of them are in love. How many of the relationships last, though? Again, don't know
I don't
anything about the
know.
show, also haven't watched it.
Jamie, you bring up Love Island as if the three of us don't religiously watch Love is Blind. Like, we could actually talk about.
That's true.
And Love is Blind, it's 2 weeks in the pods, and then it's like 2 weeks out of the pods. It's like a month from meeting to getting married. And I will entirely out myself and say that I am on board for that. Like, that's long enough in my, like, to your point, Elena, is it probably going to work? No, but some of them always do, and I cry every time.
But
Well,
also,
because like
like,
when you're in the pods, you're supposed to discuss every single aspect of your
Yes.
life.
Yes.
and that's what's different there is like you see it, like they show like all of the conversations they have, and also like it's not like an ending. It's like they stay together and like plan on still getting to know each other more.
Hmm.
Versus this was like, I'm giving up my immortality for you. I've known you for a week. Like it's not making a huge like sacrifice right off the bat.
Elena, those games, the two truths and a lie, that's their pods.
I don't even remember what he said as his truths anymore. Like they weren't
The
real
first
facts.
two were the first two were always true. We can count on that.
The answer is always C.
But like they had the pod experience, right? Like they were stuck in rooms together for like 12 hours. And I think that if we could have seen more of
Hmm.
those moments and them bonding and like really seeing like why they clicked so well together, I think it would have felt like I would have been more invested.
And
No, instead
maybe
we got their
Genevieve.
weird hookup scenes.
Right? Yeah. Anyway, those are all of my thoughts. And nobody else has anything. I think that wraps up Enchantra for us. We have no idea when book three is going to come out. I think that we might read it. Elena might need some convincing, TBD.
No,
Um,
I'll hate read it. If you guys are reading it, I'll just know going into it, I'm hate reading it. Like I think I said this about this book too, and I proved myself right. That I will go into it fully prepared to absolutely dislike it.
I would like sometime to do the thing that we joked about doing with Powerless and Reckless, where Jamie and I were going to read the book and then you were going to live react as we told you what happened. And maybe we should revisit that idea.
But I don't think that would work for these because not enough happens. Like I feel like powerless, like stuff was happening and it was so crazy. Like it would be like this character is like going off the deep end doing this super unbelievable thing versus this is just like they hid in another room and he said he loved her. It was a lot of it was a lot of telling, not showing.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah. Well, you heard it here. When book three comes out, apparently we're doing it. So join us for that, or come join us for our next book, which is going to be Bridge Kingdom. I forget the author because my mind is a sieve. I'm so sorry to the person
Oh,
who wrote Bridge Kingdom.
Oh, it's
Danielle L. Jensen.
mm,
Who was it, Jamie?
Danielle L. Jensen.
Danielle L. Jensen. I will remember that now. So that's going to be our next book. So if you want to come read that along with us, that's going to be our next adventure. Thank you so much for reading Enchanter with us, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.